And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're doing an Employee Picks Back to School special. We'll be talking about the old releases of Rushmore, Rocket Science, and Election. Then we'll finish out the show by discussing Piranha 3D, still in theaters. So I will start today by... Alright, so Rushmore is directed by Wes Anderson and co-wrote by Owen Wilson, as is a lot of his movies. And what it's about is a young boy named Max Fisher who goes to an kind of a prep school, a co-ed prep school called Rushmore Academy, and usually you have to be very rich to be able to go to this school, but since he got on scholarship when he was very young, he lies to everybody and tells everybody that his dad is a brain surgeon when actually he's a barber. And Max Fisher is kind of an eccentric kid. He's played by Jason Schwartzman. This is his very first role, found on Casting Call. And he sort of he thinks of himself as a man of the world. He sort of knows, he wants to believe that he knows everything, and he feels very sort of self-righteous and smarter than everyone else. But at the same time, he sort of knows that he's not quite as cool as he thinks he is, too. He finds a couple of adult friends. I think he can only really get along with adults because of his personality, but he quickly befriends a man named Herman Bloom, played by Bill Murray, this is one of Bill Murray's first like independent roles out of like the Groundhog Day, Ghostbuster, Caddyshack kind of stuff, and then this is where he really started to mature, was in Rushmore. But he becomes friends with him really quick, and then soon a love triangle starts between Max Fisher, Herman, and a teacher named Mrs. Cross, and things get kind of out of sorts, I guess, if you will. I really enjoy this movie a lot. This was kind of the movie that introduced the world to Wes Anderson. Him and Owen Wilson did a movie together prior to this called Bottle Rocket, which is very good too. But it wasn't until Rushmore that people kind of discovered him, and he really kind of refined his voice and his style. And I still think, even with all of the rest of the movies he's done so far, that Rushmore is still definitely his funniest. Kind of an instant classic, you know, and one of like the landmarks in modern independent filmmaking. So I give it high praise. I give it an A.
Give it an A. All right. Well, I too did enjoy this. I love Wes Anderson. I'm a huge fan of how he does characters, how they're ridiculously over the top. I mean, they're
eccentric and quirky.
Yeah, eccentric, quirky. They have almost an unbelievableness to them. I mean, they're just so crazy and out there that you're just like, yeah, no, that guy really can't exist. So that's a big nuance of Wes Anderson and a lot of his movies that I love. And he did other stuff like Fantastic Mr. Fox recently, which is huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as, you know, those great little comedies of darkness and revenge, I think the play between Bill Murray and Jason
Schwartzman's character.
Yeah, they just have this great play between each other where they just keep getting more. It's very childish, even though they're both trying to be very adults. And it's over this love that neither of them can really achieve. And
yeah, I love the little sequence in there towards the end where they're both starting to try to get back at each other, and it just keeps escalating and escalating. And Bill Murray's running over his bike, and then he puts bees in his apartment, and it's just so many classic scenes in this movie. This is I kind of feel like it's probably Wes Anderson at his best, like this and Royal Tenenbaums in kind of a more dramatic way. But I mean, it can't get much better than Rushmore.
Yeah, so I gave this one a B+ because, well, I think it was more of a get-go for Wes Anderson, kind of his kickoff, and I do like a lot of his other stuff better. I'm a big fan of the Royal Tenenbaums, but Life Aquatic is still my #1 Wes Anderson.
Wow.
Only because I think it focuses more on Bill Murray. And,
Yeah.
as you know me and Bill Murray.
Yeah, you do love the Murray.
Which is why I love Rushmore, because it's his kickoff to the indie stuff that
he started doing.
Where he gets into the more eccentric comedies that I love him for. Whereas I do enjoy Ghostbusters and stuff. But
yeah.
Bill Murray is the bizarre oddball doing things is
still really cool too.
Yes.
Did not turn into Chevy Chase.
No. Poor Chevy Chase. Although he is